Hello everybody, this is Hornlitz here, and welcome to part number 2 of Let's Glitch The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we finished up the first 3-day cycle, we got our ocarina back and got a heart piece and a bunch of money in the bank, and in this episode, we're going to be doing a ton of really random stuff. There isn't much of a connection to what we're doing, so I guess just random, I guess 100% stuff I would call it. But anywho, let's just get going. First, we're going to be going here and getting the Deku Mask and the Song of Healing. Wonderful Song of Healing. I actually really like the Song of Healing. It, honestly, it's a depressing song, and for some reason, I just like depressing things. Don't judge me. Okay. But anyways, this is a long cutscene, so I'm actually going to skip this cutscene. But instead of skipping it, I'm going to cut to, I'm going to be in a Termina field, and I'm going to be explaining the general glitches that are done throughout this episode. So that would be just like any glitch that can be used anywhere. The ones that are going to be used in this episode, I'm going to explain. So, yeah, prepare yourself. Alright, so this very first glitch that we're going to go over is called a super slide. Basically, the way that this works is, if I pick something up as I'm rolling, towards the end of my roll when I'm invincible, because at the very end of your roll, you're invincible for a few frames, and I'm holding my shield, and a damage source hits me. Most often this is going to be a bomb, but if all of those requirements are met, I should start shooting backwards really fast. And it's a pretty cool form of transportation, and it looks really cool if done well, so I'm going to hopefully be able to get it. In Ocarina of Time, I needed to use 2 bombs because of the way that bombs worked, but in this game, it's actually really easy to do it with just 1. So I'm going to hopefully do it. So let's try this. I'm going to pick up a bomb. And right there, that is a super slide.
And right there, that is a super slide.
So yeah, basically, a consistent way that I've found of doing it is I pull out a bomb, and then usually I'm going to be backwalking when I do it. As soon as it starts flashing really fast, so that's on the 4th flash, the 4th red flash, I should say, I shield drop the bomb, walk backwards a little bit, and then hold forward, and then press A and R, and then hold R and then press A as I get towards the bomb, and it should make me do a super slide. So I'm basically going to show you what it would look like. Something like that. So that's a consistent way that I've found of doing super slides, and it's relatively easy, so yeah. Anyways, enough about that glitch. Now we're going to be getting into another glitch called Infinite Sword Glitch. Now, this glitch was also in Ocarina of Time. Actually, all of the glitches that I'm going to be explaining right now are in Ocarina of Time, but whatever. Enough about that. Basically, when I'm doing a crouch stab, there is one frame where I can interrupt that with anything, really. I can pick it up, or pick something up, like a bush or a bomb or something, or I can talk to a sign or a person, or even get damaged, and then my sword will be swinging infinitely because it will forget to cancel the animation or whatever. So this is what it should look like. Not like that. I lied. It should look like that.
It should look like that.
So if you'll notice, now my sword is swinging, or is glowing like this, and it is currently swinging infinitely. So I don't need to press the B button for it to actually activate. It is currently damaging anything that comes into contact with it. As you can see, I'm just destroying these bushes by walking into them, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is pretty nice. And now one side effect of this, which is going to lead into the next glitch, is that you can't fall when you do this. You can if you backflip or side hop or something, but you can't actually fall. So if I tried walking off this ledge, say, I can't walk off of this. It will not let me fall. And that's because when you're swinging your sword, you can't fall. It's just the way that something that they programmed. Basically, I'm going to use this to my advantage to do this next glitch called hovering. Now, this, I'm not going to say that this glitch was in Ocarina of Time because I already mentioned that all of them were. Basically, if a damage source hits your shield while you're in midair, it puts Link in a standing animation. And when Link is in a standing animation, while he's swinging his sword, he won't fall. So that means if something hits us while we're in midair, we will just stay in midair. So basically what this should look like is, I'm going to do it with a chew right now, but I'm going to backflip, and then
I'm going to backflip, and then
just quick drop a chew, and I should be hovering in midair. And if you just keep doing this, you can go way up. Like, I could go as high as I wanted pretty much. Well, provided I had enough explosives. But yeah. So as you can see, like, I'm way far out. So yeah, like, I was way high in midair there. So that's basically what hovering does, and we can do a lot of fun stuff with that. But yeah. Anyways, the next glitch that I wanted to go over, man, a lot of glitches right now, is called a Mega Flip. Now this glitch basically takes into account the weird way that Link deals with damage in this game. If you are invincible and you roll into something, the reason that like the super slide works in this game is that when you like roll into something and it explodes, you get pushed back really fast, and then just with the picking up animation, it like retains that speed. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But if you don't actually like pick up the bomb and you do like a backflip or a side hop or something, it will retain that speed that you get when you get pushed back, but it will like you'll get pushed backwards, and like if you do a backflip during it, you'll go really far in midair. So it should hopefully look something like this, although I'm kind of bad at this. So let's see if I can get this. No, I didn't get it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna actually buffer this because I'm better at buffering it. So on the right after right there on the first blue frame after the third really fast red flash, I'm going to shield drop the bomb. Oops, that wouldn't have worked. I'm gonna shield drop the bomb, and then I'm going to press A to do a dry roll, or like just a really short roll right away here. And then I'm going to start holding backwards here, and then the bomb's about to explode. As soon as the bomb explodes, like the frame that it explodes, so that's right away here. It's the next frame, if I can get to it. Right there, I'm going to do the backflip. And then right here, the next frame, I'm going to let go of the control stick. This is important. You have to do it pretty soon after, because for some reason with this game, if you're holding the direction, like any direction really on the... Well, actually, I guess if you're holding backwards, you won't go back very far when you're doing a mega flip. But if you do everything like I just said and let go of the control stick, you should start... Excuse me, game? Okay, right here, shield, and roll. Okay, I think the issue that I had with the last time when I tried to do the mega flip, I forgot to keep holding the Z button. But anyways, right here, I'm going to do the back flip, and then I'm going to completely let go of backwards, and I'm going to hold Z. I think that was the issue. And it should look like this. As you can see, I made it really far. Like, I completely cleared this, like, clear area. And yeah, that's, like, I can't do that with just a normal backflip. So yeah, that's basically just how that works. Like, I'll just show you how far a normal backflip would go. Like, right there. And as you can see, like, I went 4 times the distance of that, pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty useful. And then I wanted to go over one more glitch, and that one is called a HES, a Hyper Extended Super Slide. Now this one is a lot easier than it was in Ocarina of Time. Basically, in this one, if you're holding the ESS position, which what the ESS position is, if you hold very slightly, like just a very slight direction on the control stick, Link should start spinning in space, in spot, like in his place right there. Or just right where he is, like that. That is what the ESS position is. And this will be required to do the glitch. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to pull out a bomb, and then right around the 4th really fast red flash, we're going to shield drop it and roll, and then we're going to hold the ESS position, and then as soon as the bomb explodes, like right after, we're going to lock on again, and we should retain some really fast backward speed. So it should hopefully look something like this. Not like that. What is going on with you, game? There we go. This is what a HES looks like. And so the thing about this is that you can change direction by letting go of lock on and locking on again really fast. And that's why a HES is preferred over a super slide, although it's harder to control, so that's why I'm going to be using a few more super slides than I normally would. But like a TAS, for instance, would mostly use HESs. So yeah. But anyways, So that's what a Hess looks like. But there's one more thing that I wanted to go over with this before I go back to wherever I was. With a Hess, it's actually possible to crash the game, and it's actually very easy to. And so that's why I'm going to do the Hess crash right now. And basically, the way that you do it is you need to do basically everything you need to do for Hess, but instead of locking on after the explosion, you lock on before the explosion. And for some reason, that just makes the game go crazy, and it just dies. I didn't get it, but, excuse me? Okay, there's no way that I'm failing this. There we go. That's what a Hess crash looks like. So basically, I just locked on right before the explosion happens, and the game just completely dies, and it's like a hard crash. I cannot do... Like, I have to unplug my console to be able to get rid of this. But anyways, now that I've shown you how to crash the game, let's go back to the legitimate playing of the game and not crashing of the game. Somebody call child support, because I think that's, that breaks some rules there. Seriously, that's child abuse. Hey guys, don't try hacking into Majora's computer, because he's got a great firewall. Okay, I'm not sorry. Alright, so now that we're done this cutscene, let's just get out of this place. Ugh, this creepy place. Anyways, let's just finish up this text. This text doesn't take that long, so I'm not going to skip it or anything, but whatever. First off, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grabbing a bunch of rupees. Actually, wait, first we're going to be going and grabbing the bomber's notebook. Forgot about that. And then we're going to be going and grabbing the rupees. Nice rolling into the wall there. Anyways, let's just keep going here. So yeah, the bomber's notebook is over up these stairs, and we have to talk to this guy. That little bouncy kid over there. Alright, that's the only guy that has, like, an orange hat. Everyone else has, like, a red or a blue hat. Okay. Anyways, so if you're wondering how I knew the code to that without doing the bombers, like, the hide-and-seek thing, well, I actually did do the hide-and-seek thing. I just did it off-screen. And I don't mean off-screen in this play session. What I did was, like, after finishing the last episode, I played through the game again a little bit until I finished the... until I actually got the code, and then I reset without saving, and because the code stays the same with every single, as soon as you create your play file, the code saves, so, yeah, we're actually able to remember what the code is, and then never do it, basically, if we just use the same file. So, yeah, that's pretty nifty. But anyways, now we're just gonna go over here and grab the 100 rupees that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, let's just go there. Ooh, that's a nice chest right there. Sleek chest. Looks so beautiful. Okay, anyways. Now let's just get out here. Then we're gonna go to West Clocktown, and we're finally gonna get an adult wallet. Even though we're, like, 12. Who's giving a 12-year-old an adult wallet? Like, they could buy a lot of really bad things with that. Like, they could buy, like... I don't even know, like... The possibilities were endless. I can't even think of an example. It's like no kid should ever have that much money. Anyways, at least that's just my belief. Whatever. But yeah, let's just. Now that we have the wallet, we're gonna want to withdraw a bunch of rupees, 199 to be exact. And the reason we do 199 is because we want to withdraw as much as we can for what's coming up. But if we withdrew all 200 rupees that we had, we would actually lose our stamp and, like, lose our account at the bank account, or the bank, we'd lose our bank account, basically. So we'd have to go through the whole process of getting another bank account. And if any of you know what banking is like with all the paperwork and everything, geez, you do not want to do that twice. I know this is Terminal, it's way different here, but whatever. But anyways, first off, we're going to be doing a glitch, which I've already started here. It's called hitting the hidden owl. And it involves glitches so far that you've seen, infinite sword glitch and hovering, and you're about to see a mega flip right away here. So yeah, I'll just let this go. Actually, I'm gonna explain, I guess, for those of you who don't know what the hidden owl is, basically, the South Clocktown owl, you can see the South Clocktown owl from East Clocktown. And also right here I'm doing a mega flip, so that I can actually hit the owl. So right there, I hit the owl. That owl, you might think, oh, well, that's just the South Clocktown owl, because it's where the South Clocktown owl should be, but it actually is a completely different owl, and it's not an owl that is on the map. It's completely different, so it's just, the way it works, sort of, is, like, they put it there for visual effects, but it's like, it's an actual owl statue, and if you hit the South Clocktown owl first, then that owl will also look like it's been hit, but if you actually hit that owl first, like the out-of-bounds one, the South Clocktown owl one will stay not hit, basically, so, yeah, that's just sort of something that is a little interesting about the game, I guess. But the reason I did that was not just to show off, not just to look cool. That one actually will have a lot, like, that is a big, major thing. Like, doing that sets up for a glitch that I'll get on with, well, I'll explain later on. But anyways, I kind of have been ignoring what's been going on right now. Basically, I went and bought more bomb shoes because I need them for this glitch, which I guess I've already showed the thing. It's the Grotto Wrong Warp, or technically it's called Wrong Exit, but basically all of the grottos in the entire game are all in one, like, big room. It's just only one has textures loaded at one time. So by doing a lot of hovers, you can actually hover out of one and into another grotto, and the loading zones are still there for, like, the thing that takes you out of them. So if I backflip here, I can land in another one, and then by just locking onto a wall here and then backwalking, I can hit another loading zone, and it brings us to Deku Palace, of all places. So yeah, that's pretty useful. Anyways, right here I hovered onto that little wall there, and the reason that I wanted to do this was so that I could do a little bit of a hover here. I buffered it because I think it is frame perfect, but if you do basically a frame perfect hover, and you wait for this this platform right here to come, you can side hop onto it and you'll pop onto it. It looks really weird, and I don't get quite why it works, but it does, so that's cool. But anyways, so now I just have to wait for this to get all the way over there. But anyways, this entire section right here is probably one of my least favorite parts of this entire run. It's just, it is really difficult to actually do well, so I'm surprised that I managed to get it here. So yeah. But anyways, also one more thing that I wanted to mention about this episode, and actually it's going to be the same for the next 5 episodes, I think, is that all of these are going to be post-commentary, because I tried doing live commentary for this section, but I just couldn't do it because with a glitch that involves hitting the hidden owl, it will prevent us from being able to save mid-game for probably about, I think it's like 2 hours of gameplay, basically, so I would have had to do a 2-hour recording session while commentating, and I could not do that. Like, I tried, but it did not work, so this is all going to be post-commentary, so yeah. Plus, my commentary will maybe be a little more, like, it'll have more thought put into it, because I won't be focusing on playing the game as well. But anyways, enough about that. So yeah, here we're just learning this Sonata, which is kind of a cool song. Although, what timing is the Sonata in? Is it like 4/4 timing or 8/4 timing, or is it like some really absurd, like, 4 or 7/4 timing? Or I don't even know, like... I think it's like 4/4, but it sounds so weird. Like, I never really understood, or I can never really figure it out. That's one thing that I do when I hear songs, is I try to figure out what timing it's in, and normally, like, it's just 4/4 timing and it's easy, but, like, whenever there's something that's not 4/4 timing, it, like, always throws me off so much, and I get, like, my OCD just starts going crazy. But anyways, now that we've done that, and we get kicked out, we actually want to go straight back in. Except first, I'm going to be playing the Song of Inverted Song of Time, to slow time down, because that's basically what we need to do. The actual speedrun route, if you do everything fast enough, you actually aren't supposed to do that until a little bit later, but because I suck, I did it now. So anyways, so now that we are back in here, we're actually going to want to go the other direction from where we just were, and we actually want to hover over these walls. And you don't have to hover over these walls. If you're bad at hovering, you can like, just do the thing normally, because, I mean, you're not supposed to be able to hover in the game, but you can get through this anyways. And we want to go into this grotto right here, and what's in this grotto? We've got the Magic Bean guy. For some reason, he decided to set up his business underground. Brilliant job, guy. I guess you could say that these really are some underground deals going on. Okay. Sorry, enough about that. But anyways, now one thing that I wanted to mention before we do some more stuff is that this entire... Nice job, me. Okay, but the entire section that I just did, I only found out yesterday, as of recording this video, obviously, that there is a faster way of doing this, and it wasn't known about until for a while at least. Also, before I explain that, right here, if you do a roll as Link onto, like as human Link, onto that little corner of the little wood, whatever that is, the tree there, you can actually just pop right up onto it and it skips a bunch of flowers, so it saves a little bit of time. But anyways, we're coming up here, we're just going to grab the Song of Soaring. But anyways, back to what I was saying earlier. The different route, like the route change that happened was, if you use the grotto that's by the entrance to Great Bay in Termina Field, the one that has the rock over it, where there's a heart piece in the grotto, if you do a grotto wrong warp or grotto wrong exit in that grotto and go to a certain other grotto and pop out, you're actually gonna pop out of the one that the magic bean guy is in, and then you can just walk into where the magic bean guy is, buy the magic bean, leave, go get caught, and then go grab the Sonata backwards, basically, or like the way you're sort of... Is that the way you're supposed to get it? No, that's not the way you're supposed to get it, but you can like do some hovers, sort of similar to what I did, except in the room before. So yeah, anyways, Link, what are you doing? Jeez. Okay. Anyways, but enough about that route change. Right here we've got a glitch, as I'm going to explain right here. It's called reverse octoskip. So what we want to do is we want to drop a bomb after we've done this little setup here where we fall down and like climb back up, and then we want to put a bomb down, turn into Deku, and then we want to lock on, hold up left, and then basically just hold that, and then as soon as the bomb explodes, like after you've fallen off for a little bit, you want to just start holding left and keep locked on, and then after the fourth bounce, you want to hold upright or just straight right, and you should land on the lily pad, and then you skip the big octo, and for some reason, when you skip the big octo like that, the big octo just completely disappears out of thin air, so I don't know what happened to him, but whatever. Anyway, so now that we're across these lily pads, we're going to grab this Deku stick right here, and then we're going to be grabbing this Deku nut right here, and then we're going to be doing a super slide, if you remember from earlier, when I did the little thing in Termina Field. So we're just going to do a super slide here into the Woods of Mystery. Okay, but anyways, now we're going to try a Hess, and I got the Hess, seems, but I failed it here. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, this is notoriously known as the Woods of Mystery Hess, which, I mean, obviously, because it's a Hess through the Woods of Mystery, but the thing about it is that it is very hard, and you actually have to change directions, not by releasing the lock-on button and, like, retargeting, but by actually, like, pausing, changing the direction that you're holding on the control stick to just very slightly on the other side of the controller, and then continue on from there, and it's really annoying. But anyways, now that we've gone through the Woods of Mystery and talked to that witch, we're gonna go over here and get a potion. But yeah, and also, you don't need to talk to the monkey to get through the Woods of Mystery, you literally just have to memorize the route. But one cool thing about this game, actually, is that the route for the Woods of Mystery is different depending on which day it is. So day 1 is different than day 2, and it's different than day 3 as well. Actually, a lot of things are like that. For instance, there's also, later on in the game, when you're about to get the Lens of Truth, there are the platforms that Gebora, like, gives his feathers to, basically. Like, he shows you where they are by dropping feathers. Also, let's see if I get this Hess here. Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna change directions here and... Okay, then. That's nice. Alright, I guess I'm just not gonna do the Hess, then. Yeah, that's a really hard Hess to do, so I don't blame myself for failing it. But anyways. So what was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, those platforms that are invisible that you get across to get the Lens of Truth, though the positions that they're in also change depending on what day it is, and there are a few other things that are also like this. So yeah, that's actually some pretty cool, that's cool design, I guess, for the game. So kudos to Nintendo for that. That's pretty cool. But anyways, enough about that. So yeah, we're actually gonna give this witch the potion after we've gone through the woods again, and yeah, we actually save her, which I don't know if you guys know most speedruns, but at least in the any percent speedrun, so just beating the game as fast as possible with no, basically just starting the game and beating it as fast as you possibly can. Also, what is going, the tree? I still got a Hess, nice. I mean, okay, I guess that's one thing that I should explain. I technically got a Hess right there, but depending on what frame you do it on, you actually have something like 6 frames to lock on after you get hit by the explosion. But on the very 6th frame, or maybe like the 5th and 6th frames, you get a slow Hess, which doesn't move back very fast, and that's what I got, so... but it's still pretty impressive that I actually was able to get that without being able to see, because the tree was in the way. But anyways, let's just get over here into this place. Now, in this place, if you lock on as Human Link, walk backwards to the door, and then talk to the witch from here, and then grab the picto box. As soon as you press A on that text box, you will be able to control again. Normally, you would be put in a text box that's basically forces you to go on a ride. And so you can skip that. But anyways, right here is the glitch I was talking about earlier. It's called index warping. And as you can see, I'm going to be going to Mountain Village. I haven't been to Mountain Village at all yet. So basically what I did to do this was, the setup for this glitch was hitting the hidden owl and no other owl. The reason that this works is because as soon as you've hit the hidden owl, the game realizes, oh, you've hit an owl, so I'm going to let you use Song of Soaring to warp somewhere. But then it checks to see which owls have been hit, but you haven't hit any legitimate owls, so it doesn't know where to send you. So what it does is it uses the map on the game, like the map on the start screen. It uses the map to determine where it should send you. And so normally if you don't do anything, like if you just leave it alone, you will... If you leave it alone, you'll warp to Great Bay, the Great Bay coast. But in this case, but depending on where your cursor is when you press pause to get rid of it, or to get rid of the start menu, you will actually be able to warp anywhere, basically, depending on which cursor you're on. You'll see some more examples actually pretty soon here. You'll see another example of the index warp and where it can take you. So but literally any of the owl statues there is an index warp for. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically what index warping is. And the thing is, this is the glitch. Index warping is the glitch that is basically the reason that this series is so late in coming. Basically, this was found shortly after I finished the Ocarina of Time series, and because of this, the route was rewritten, and then, more things were being found and stuff, but this was the primary glitch that just delayed this whole thing. But anyways, enough about that, because it's here now, so whatever. But anyways, so as you can see, after we did the index warp, we come all the way over here into this area. Also, nice picking up the rock there. Nice climbing up. Nice climbing up again. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, we've come over into here, and we needed to talk to the child, because that will actually let us, get the lullaby intro later. So that's why we needed to go inside the Goron Shrine and talk to the baby who's crying and being an annoying little, baby. But anyways, so now we're going to come over to here. These were the platforms that I was talking about, actually, that changed direction, or changed the positions. But anyways, you can actually get across these platforms without talking to Kebora Gebora. You just have to know where the platforms are. And it's not that hard to do, actually. I don't use any visual cues, so I can't really explain really what the visual cues are, but I just sort of know which directions to jump. You can sort of hold forward for the first and second platforms, then you hold down left-ish, or down right, and then, or left to down left, and then you gotta hold, up right, or up left, sorry, down right, up left, and then up right, and then basically just towards the exit, so... Yeah, but anyways, right here, I'm just collecting a bunch of bombs here, and I got the Lens of Truth, by the way, in case you weren't watching. And right here, I blew up this rock also so that I could get a bunch of rupees, because we need more rupees. Also, right there, as you saw earlier, I put my cursor on the start menu on Snowhead, and this brings us to Woodfall. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, index warping is actually, like, pretty much... It's probably my favorite glitch in this game. It's so cool the way it works. Like, you can just warp anywhere you want, and it makes things so much faster, so yeah, it's pretty nice. But anyways, so we're gonna play the that song. No, that was the name of some song in Ocarina of Time. This is the anti-sleep song. Yeah, who needs the All Night's Mask when you've got the Sonata of Awakening? Anyways, but whatever. So anyways, this is actually where I'm going to end the episode. After we enter the temple. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click that like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button, or just leave them alone. Comment if you want, I guess. Whatever. And yeah, I guess just have a good day or something. Anyways, I'm forgetting how to do these outros. Not like I ever knew in the first place, but whatever. Anyways, see you guys later.